All right. So the missus has asked me to do a video with some voice because we're on day 3.5 of her not being able to talk. So not to fear. She's on antibiotics. Voice is coming back. Will be able to yell at me and tell me all the things I did wrong. And you guys probably won't hear that because I'm sure she'll edit that part out of the video. But shh, don't tell her. So we're out. Really a nice day out here in Western PA. It's been really good sap weather. Past probably 3 or 4 days. I think in previous videos we posted, we've gotten over 20 gallons off of 5 trees, running 12 taps, which is probably the best we've ever had in the short amount of time that we've been doing this. So it's been fun. Been blowing through a lot of propane, and but getting a lot of sap out of it. It's been interesting though. The sand that filters out, it's been getting more and more, which typically happens as the season goes on. Trees start waking up, getting more minerals picked up in the sap and out of the ground, and things like that. So it kind of an ever evolving, ever changing thing. So I just got up here the first bucket, so we'll go ahead and check this out. Apparently that's a two-handed job. This is the silver maple up top, not a ton of production up there. It has been pretty cold today. As you can see, the ice is still in there from overnight. So just collected out of the silver maple. Not a ton up there. We got the dogs with us. Not unlucky. Lucky's not allowed to be off leash because he gets to be a little bit of a butthead. Some of the probably the no maybe how to say this, but the most enjoyment out of this for us is just kind of the reason excuse to get outside when it's cold and can be windy and stuff like that. I mean, obviously it's nice to go out and be collecting sap and doing all this when the weather's nice, but it's in the middle of winter when you got a little bit of cabin fever and not a lot of sun and cold and all that kind of stuff. Gets your reason to kind of get dressed up and go outside and just kind of walk around the property and be outside and enjoying all this. We've like we said, collected 20 plus gallons of sap over yesterday alone. Maybe 10 to 15 the day before that. It's been real busy, but to show you how fast things change, we go into today and that's it. Same 5 trees that were producing tons gets us, I don't know if you can see it here, but we're right at the 2 gallon mark right there. You can kind of see that dark line on the outside there. So it's whatever nature gives you. So as for today, that's going to be about it for us in terms of our maple syruping and sap process. Just screwing the lid on here, and we're going to let that 2 gallons sit overnight, and we'll boil it off tomorrow. We forecast the temperatures down about 25 degrees tonight, and 25 degrees tonight, high maybe 60, 65 tomorrow. So theoretically tomorrow we should be getting a ton of sap. It's going to be a busy day in terms of getting all that produced down to some maple syrup. Then tomorrow night, I think the low is going into like the 40s, and then the high almost pushing 70. So can be hit and miss on what that production is going to be like when we get into Sunday there. So expect pretty busy day from us tomorrow, posting kind of all that stuff, but also be getting into a lot more seed starting, seed transplants, things like that as we get closer to true spring here. Being able to start to garden, especially starting to be able to get some of the the cold weather, the brassicas out into the ground. I got to uncover some garlic this weekend. You know, get that out and seeing the light of day. You know, doing some stuff with the chickens now that they're giving us a decent amount of eggs on a daily basis here. So, yeah, that's about it. And we'll see you tomorrow.